Well, hey there, YouTube. Average Joel's Garage with a problem with our plug that we had. If you can see this plug here, there's a significant missing piece. The ground plug is just gone. So that's obviously not safe. This was on our compressor, and we were just trying to do another project. We were actually behind this wall. We were mounting some boards, and then we were going to plug in the compressor, and I noticed this, and I thought, we got to fix this. So this gets thrown away. Hey, I made a basket. And so this is the cord. So we just cut the cord. And then we bought this little kit. It's an Eaton plug. It looks like this. It kind of comes together. You know, if you've ever seen one of these before and you're like, how do I wire this? Well, we're not professional electricians. We're just an average guy in the garage, but I'm going to show you how this goes together. So first, this little black piece that you see right here. This you have to kind of twist on so I can get a little bit more light there. So this, you just twist this black piece on. Make sure that you have the raised edge facing back here. We can put more tension on this later. This is for these two pieces. These pieces, this is it's like a tensioner, and what this does, it puts tension on the plug. So when someone yanks on the plug like this, it doesn't pull these wires loose. So this is necessary, and you want to put this in. So we're going to put the screw right here. In order to do this project, I usually start with that. You need a screwdriver. You can do the whole thing actually with a flat head. We've kind of run through this previously, but we had a little bit of a problem. We found that the wires were a little bit too long. So we're trying to do this the right way because, again, well, we're not electricians here. And so I would tell, the official statement is get a certified electrician to do this work for you. And that's why we're doing it ourselves. I don't know. But that said, so I got these cords, and we're going to make sure that we're going to peel some of this insulation back. You can use a razor blade and bend it back, and then we can kind of expose some right here. But we need to put that inside this plug. So you measure how long you're going to actually go. So I put my thumbnail right there, and it looks like about right here. So we'll do the white one first. We put it on this nice Milwaukee gauge, 10 gauge right here wire stripper. We're going to pinch, and then we just pull off. And now we have, that's probably not enough. I might need to do a little bit more. But the idea is that we get just enough copper wire to go into this plug section and hold on to it. Actually, that may be just perfect. But I'm going to do a little tiny bit more. Here we are. Okay. So now that we've stripped that, we're going to go ahead and put that into the silver one. The silver, if you hold this upside down, it makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to hold it upside down. We're going to stick this in. Now, previously, I'm redoing this video because I see how I stuck it in there. Perfect. And now I'm going to twist it and expose this. And I'm going to tighten that. I did this video earlier, and I tinned these wires, and it was a really nice tin job. And then I realized after I read the instructions, it says to not tin them. I thought that's kind of funny, but we're going to just continue to tighten this one until it's all the way tight. But so I cut them back, and I'm like, well, let's just redo this because we want to obviously do this the right way. So that's the first wire. Now we need to do the black, which is here on this side. Come here. So let's measure where that's going to be, about right here. If you know, roughly it's about half a fingernail. So about right here. So let's bite off a little. Again, this is 10 gauge wire. So cut and flick. Okay. So now we'll hold that one upside down. The gold one is for the, oops. Let me put that one back in. The gold one is for the black. So that's where this one goes. And then because I already have this green out, I'm going to expose a little bit there. I'm going to retighten that again. You want to make sure, like I said, I thought I had that tight enough, but that's why we want to check this stuff. So this is about right for that dimension. So this is the green. Okay, so now separate these a little bit. Let's do this again. So we'll start with the green this time. We'll go green. Why not? So this goes in here. If you're one of those people that's like ADHD or this current generation where you just can't watch an entire video at once and you got to skip forward, feel free to do so. I've been trying to teach my children and say, hey, you should just kind of like learn to be patient and watch stuff. Not everything is a YouTube 10 seconds short in life. But, we'll see. Maybe someday will figure that out. But for now, there we go. The green one is in. Now we got to go to the gold one. So flip the gold one upside down. Put this wire in there. Now we had trimmed, like I said, I had to trim this. There we go. Because I wasn't satisfied with the job last time because too much insulation was exposed. We do not want that. So I'm tightening this one, if you can see. So the light's a little crazy, but gold is on the black. Green is on this green plug right here. Now we're going to do the final one, so hold it upside down so it's not fighting against you. Just come here. I didn't tighten this all the way up, so we're going to move that out of the way. Okay, so this one goes into this plug here, so we need that one to open up. So come here. This one's going to be a little bit of a trick because I have these wires so short. So you can always kind of encourage this with a screwdriver. And why is this not? Oh, it's because I did this one first. It loosens up. Okay, now there we go. So I like to not edit my videos a bunch because I like people to see that this is kind of how real life goes. So I haven't considered going live on this video just to say, hey, welcome to the garage and here's another thing we're doing today. And then it didn't go as planned, so we're doing something else. I'm going to twist this a little bit because these are starting to get a little frayed. Just give it a little twist. That way when I push it in there, it doesn't get crazy. And nope, see how they're sticking out? We don't want that. You don't want any copper exposed if you can avoid it. So it's like hitting right on the edge of that screw. This is actually why I wanted to tin it. So we're going to see if we can get this right here. Oh, man. So close. This is the part I'd want to fast forward through. Watching someone suffer through something like this. Stupid. Okay. So you'll want to just shove it, but that's not a good connection. So this actually needs to go in that hole. Come here. Let me cut some more of this insulation back. A little bit more exposed. Not too bad. Okay. So now let's give this guy a twist. See it? Nope. I don't know if I have double lights on this because I was hoping to make this a little easier. Let me walk this a little forward in case you guys are missing the big fun picture. This goes right inside here. Oh, there we go. Good. Now take this and tighten it. So let's review what we've done. Like I said, I've mentioned several times I'm not an electrician, so you should, if you want to try to replace a plug receptacle or a plug yourself, this is how you would do it. But know that I'm not a licensed guy. I'm just fixing a plug here. Okay. So now we're looking at our plug. Hold on. And so the garage door opened with one of my kids, and so I had to pause it, but I realized this piece we had left off. Oops. So this needs to go on here first, like this. Kind of give it a twist. See if you can poke this through. I feel like I'm almost too zoomed in now. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to pause the video, put these little pieces back on, then we'll slide the cover over, and we should be done with this. So hold on one second. All right, got that back on. So to review, make sure you have these tight in the back. So if I can show you this better, these all are sticking through, plugged correctly. There's hardly any exposed, if any, green or copper. So this is all done. Now we have a little bit of insulation over this. But the way this is going to work is this plug goes over this like this. Now there are some holes for if you see that these screws actually go into, so you can kind of back these out, and then this is gonna slide like this, and then I think if we keep dropping this camera. Like I said, this was not what I planned on doing today. Not that this is taking too long, but I was like, I'm gonna make a video, and whenever you make a video, it always makes things a little bit more take longer. So, but I find that these videos do help people. So if you're one of those, you can always like and subscribe and comment and all that good stuff. But I just like to share what we find and what we do and what we know in the garage. So this plug is, of course, supposed to just go right in here, but it's not wanting to. So let's back it out a little bit and find out why. Or if I can just tighten these out here. See, it's the okay. Pin this tab down a little bit. Let's just put these screws, see if we can zip these screws in, see if this bites and pulls us in where we need to be. I wonder why these little metal things are here. This is where I always advocate for a power screwdriver. I should have had my power screw. Oh wait, I do. Hey, how about that? Okay, and this piece will slide ever so carefully over this back piece like this. And then we simply will shove this through here a little bit. Then we tighten these screws here. Let's see. Okay. And then this one here. And voila! Now we have a fully functioning, ready to go plug. So this is it. This is what we've been waiting for. So I'm going to plug this in and see if we live. Okay. Compressor on. Okay. So no sparks, no fires. I'm going to just recommend double checking this, but again, not licensed contractors, just teaching you how to replace a plug should you want to try so. Guys, thanks for the liking and the subscribing of the channel. Wouldn't do this if you guys weren't here. So appreciate all you do, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks. Bye.